let me tag you in this real quick. Let's share this. Bear with me. I'm gonna share it with you, Jamie. And edit post. All right, thank you. Jamie, I just invited you from on Facebook, so you'll look to see that there's an invite from me that's there, and then you can take that and sign that over onto your page.
So I can do it right now?
Yeah, you can go ahead. Can you do it from you have another cell phone, right?
Yeah, I got another cell phone.
Okay, so go ahead and share it on your page and let me know.
Let me see.
Let me know. Tamika, I put it on my page. Okay, great. I can see and hear y'all. Excellent. We're just going to let Jamie go ahead and share. We are Facebook. We are live and full effect. Instagram, we are live and full effect. Jamie, let me know when that is up and running, and we will get this interview started.
All right.
Hello out there, social media world, Facebook, I see you out there. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in this evening. I am excited. Hello there, Lemire, Sandra Collier. Hello, Michelle. How are you out there? Kim Yarley, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing out there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being out there. I see that there are tons of you out there signing on this evening. We are excited. I am excited to actually be here this evening with you all on yet again another edition of my Bossed Up on Purpose series. I am here with my amazing brother that I am super excited for you all to hear from this evening. Kalila Lawrence, how are you? Miss Maya August, how are you out of the sunny state of Florida? How are you out there? Yes. Hey there, how are you? We're good, Jamie?
No, not yet. I'm still
all right, you go right ahead. All you have to do if you go over if you just push share, you saw where I tagged you on Facebook?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, good enough. Hey, Portia, how are you? Sabrina, how are you? Oh my goodness, we have them signing in from all over. Desmond Duval, how are you? Tamika Knowles, my sister, how are you? Diane Young, how are you doing out there? Kim Yarley Wynn, how are you? Sharon Simmons, thank you for being on this evening. Thank you. Do me a favor, you all out there on social media. Here's what I want you to do. I want us to invite the largest number of people out there to definitely hear from the man who created the sauce. So I definitely want you all to be able to hear from him this evening. So do me a favor, go ahead and make sure you share. Sharing is caring, because there's someone out there just like my brother that really want to do something extraordinary. And I want them to be able to hear from him and be able to listen and grab the nuggets, the knowledge, and the information that he's going to share with us this evening. So I want you to go ahead and share this this evening on your social media. Just go over to my page, share it, and you will be right there. You will be right there and able to do exactly what you need to do. Hello there, Coakley. Thank you for sharing. I want you all to go out there and share as much as you possibly can, because trust me when I say you do not want anyone to, yes, that is the seafood that you ate, sister. Someone said, is that the guy from the seafood that I ate? Absolutely it is. So I'm excited. I'm excited to have my brother on this evening. So definitely we are here. We are in full effect. Jamie, we are rocking and rolling. Are you good on your end?
I think I am.
Okay. Absolutely. So do me a favor, guys. Go out there to let Jamie know. Now, this Jamie is a baby at using Zoom. So
Right.
we're gonna baby step this. So
Right.
do me a favor out there. If someone is over there, Kalila Lawrence, I see you out there. Kalila, go over to Seafood Connections. Make sure you can see me and Jamie. Go
Right.
over to the Facebook page. Let me know that you can see Jamie and I, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started, because I want his customers to truly understand how hard this man works each and every day to be the #1 seafood location in all of Charlotte, North Carolina. Girl, that thing was the bomb. Okay. They over here talking about the food. I need them to stop talking about the food. Yes. Kalila, go over. Let me know that you see him. Let me know that you see myself and Jamie on the seafood website. Let me know that you see him. And once you say yes, then I will go ahead and get started. Hey, Patricia, how are you? Hey, Patricia, how are you? Kalila, I'm waiting to hear yes. Hey, Joseph, how are you? How are you? Guys, we are so excited to have Mr. Jamie Walker this evening with us. So I'm just waiting for a thumbs up from anyone that's actually friends over on the Seafood Connections website, the Seafood Connection Facebook page. Go over there and let us know whether or not Jamie is on. If you can see me and Jamie, then we are ready to rock and roll on that page. I just did not want his customers to miss out on this awesome and phenomenal interview that's happening today. Hey, Pat, how are you? We are going to get started here. Ronald E. Williams, hello there. How are you? Hello there. How are you? Good. Hey, Tanisha, how are you? Hey, they're signing in from all over the place. Do me a favor. Let me know what city and state you're signing in from. Let me know if we have any people out there from the seaport. Let me know if we have any people out there from Savannah, Georgia, and the seaport as well. Let's see here. I'm going to get Yashika. Do me a favor, sweetheart. Do me a favor. Go over to, hey, sweetheart, how are you? Go over to the Seafood Connections website, social media page on Facebook. Let me know, can you see Jamie and I? Because he's trying to make sure that he share it over there. So let me know if you see him and I, so that we can go ahead and get started. Mr. Kevin Gray, how are you out there? How are you out there? Tanisha Flood, is that a check? Is that a yes? Is that yes, you can see him? Hey, Kevin Gray, how are you, my brother? Hello, Stephanie, all the way from Savannah, Georgia. How are you this evening, my beautiful sister? We're going to get started here momentarily. I'm just waiting for thumbs up from Yashika, from Kalila. Anyone out there, let me know that they can see Jamie and I on the seafood page. I can't. Okay, Jamie, you did not share it correctly.
I didn't.
So Yashika says she cannot. Hello, Trevor. How are you? So it's not. I tagged you in it.
All right.
Say it again.
I'm trying now. Let me try again.
Okay. Hello, Dr. Erlene Walker. How are you? Trevor, how are you? Nadine, how are you? Tanisha Flood, how are you this evening? Okay. We are excited. We are here. And we are ready to rock and roll. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, Joseph.
Vaughn did it.
Oh, Vaughn did it?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. And I tell you what, do me a favor, Miss Maya and Kalila. Can you be my website person that when I give a website, you type it in for me, please, because I can't type and talk at the same time. You already know that. So we are going to get started here. And hey, Lynette, how are you?
Hey, Vaughn, put it on the page for me on the group.
He has to share it on the page for
Yeah,
it to show. Did you tag him?
All right.
Okay, so.
Let me know if they see it now.
All right. Let me know. Yep, Vaughn Juan and 5 others just shared it. So we should be okay, because Vaughn is that person for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get started here this evening. I am super excited. I am super excited to be here with the man with the plan. But before I actually introduce this awesome and amazing young man this evening, what I want to do is share with you just who I am. My name is Martha Cooper-Hudson. I am the CEO and founder of Rediscover Her and Chasing Purpose Leadership Academy. My number one mission on this planet is to equip, inspire, motivate, and empower all women and a few good men to stand up, suit up, and to boss up in their purpose. Today in time, we are in the fourth quarter of 2018, and it is time for you all to truly stop playing. It is time for you all to truly stop playing with your dreams and stop treating your dreams, your goals, and your purpose like a hobby so it can take care of you and allow you to leave a legacy for your family and friends. If you are not on my mailing list, for the ladies, I'm asking you to go over to Rediscover Her. That's Rediscover Her, just the way that it sounds, .com, and make sure you become a part of our mailing list. And for the gentlemen and the ladies who's ready to take this up a notch, who's ready, who know that they were created to do more, the ones who say to themselves that I can no longer go on like this, I need to step up my game so that I can up level my life. I need you to go out there and go over to chasingpurpose.org. Again, that's chasingpurpose.org. And then for all of you amazing ladies in the Charlotte and surrounding area, November 3rd, I want you to write it down on your calendar, and I want you to go over right now. You do not want to miss our Empowerment Luncheon that will be hosted at Ruth Chris in South Park on November 3rd from 11:30 to 3 p.m. I need you to run over to Rediscover Her Luncheons. That's luncheons with an S, rediscoverherluncheons.com, and secure your spot. You think this is going to be something. You haven't seen a thing until you walk into a luncheon in which I am hosting. But guys, enough about me. It is the time. It is time. I am here with the man with the plan. And that man with the plan is an amazing young man. This young man, I had the privilege of meeting through his sister, who was actually one of my business partners over the last several years. And I had an opportunity to be introduced. I like to call him the gentle giant, because I'm telling you, I would come to Charlotte, and before I would get here, before I even knew who he was, I would see on Instagram and Facebook all of this seafood. And to know who Martha Cooper-Hudson is, a Florida girl all the way from the city that takes no pity, that is Fort Pierce, Florida. To know me is to know that I absolutely love seafood. And I would see this all over social media, and I would say, oh my God, I have got to go to this restaurant. And then finally here I'm doing a luncheon, and I decide to go to the restaurant. I go to the restaurant, and because my two babies, they were so extremely hungry, mommy was upset because they were hungry, and they were like, Mom, I can't wait because I'm hungry. So I had to leave that time. And then I left them the next time so that I can go and wait patiently for my food, because I said, if it's that many people in this restaurant at that time, this food must be the bomb.com. And I was not leaving until I actually tried it. Now, fast forward to me trying this, and I'm talking to my girlfriend. I'm talking to Tamika on the phone one day, and she says, well, I was in Charlotte helping my brother. We were doing something at the restaurant. And I said, well, what is your brother's restaurant? And she said, Seafood Connection. And I knew there was a God. Because I said, glory, hallelujah. That's the closest I've been to heaven on this earth when I'm licking my fingers. Professionalism is out of the window at that time. So I am going to bring him on. This is a man with a plan. This young man hails all the way from the seaport of Savannah, Georgia. He is a young man in which society may have canceled out, but because of his determination, his dedication, his drive, and his ability to know that his situations did not have to be his reality, and that whatever he was looking at back then was simply temporary, and that he was going to places in which his haters and even his doubters would have said to him, my goodness, I would have never thought that Jamie Walker would be in the position that he's in today. See, this brother's story, I think, is riveting. I don't think he probably shares it enough in order to show everyday individuals. So you've been on, for those of you who've been on week after week, I've had entrepreneurs from all over the place. Some highly educated, some middle educated, some whatever, wherever it was. But I wanted to make sure that you had the opportunity to hear from a brother who wasn't afraid of hard work, to hear from a brother who had been denied many a times, but continued to push forward. And he started to believe out of his supernatural eye versus what he was actually seeing in front of him in order for him to create the empire that he has created right now with Seafood Connections. And he has, am I correct to say you have 3 locations, Jamie, now?
2 locations. I'm working on another one now. 2
locations and 1 more to come. And I need to go out and find a location close to me so that down south here in South Charlotte, that I can run over and get my Seafood Connections every day. But I am so excited to bring to you the man with the plan, the man behind the mission, the man behind the vision, the man behind the sauce that continues to allow you to dip in his sauce each and every week. I want to bring to you my brother, Jamie Walker, all the way from Uptown. Jamie, how you doing this evening, my brother?
All right. How about yourself?
I am absolutely amazing. First of all, my brother, let me say to you, thank you. Thank you for taking out your time out of your very busy schedule on your day off to sit with Martha for an hour. So, Jamie, I know that we have many people out there from all over, and I want to dive right in. But I want to start with you, and I want you to share with me and share with the viewers, who is the man behind the mask? Who is the authentic, I won't call you by your nickname, who is the authentic Jamie Walker?
I'm just the humble king of the seafood. Like, I'm that guy that, went through it all, done tried everything and just never gave up. And I done found my lane and my passion, and that's it. That's who I am. That's who I am.
So go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just say I'm a super strong individual.
Yes, indeed.
God. So
yes, indeed. So what I heard from you is this. Also, let's go back. You are a father. So you're building this thing not for yourself.
No, at all.
You're building this for your future generations because you're leaving a legacy here on this planet.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you this. When you think, because you said something here, you're in your lane.
Yep.
You've tried many of things.
Yep.
Many of things have failed for you.
Yep.
But you didn't allow those failures to knock you down and never allow you to get up. Am I correct?
At all.
At all. What I know for sure, Jamie, is this. Winners will always find a way to win. Mm-hmm. Because no matter how they fall, they will always fall on their back so that they can see themselves up. And I see that in you. Mm-hmm. So when you take us back to just a few things that you've tried in the past before you actually found your lane and you decided to put blinders on and operate in that lane 100%. Just tell us a few things that you've tried in the past.
I done tried it all from, I was knee deep in the streets. I did that. I was a concert promoter. I had a painting construction company. I had trucks. I did it all. I could keep going on and on, but food then became my lane and I got a passion for it.
Now, let me ask you this, because all of those other things that you've tried never worked out for you.
Mm-hmm. It worked only for the moment,
Only for the moment.
Only for the moment.
For a temporary time.
Yes.
But once you found your lane in the food, now how did Jamie get into the food industry?
Like I said, again, with me trying everything, and then, I had to find, I was giving up on a lot of things. And like I said, with all the failures, like things go good for a while, and then you get knocked down, and you get back up, get knocked down, and you start feeling yourself giving up. But then when I have a cousin in Savannah had David's Crab House. I had a CD spot right across the street from him. I used to own a CD spot. And I used to sit outside my CD spot and wonder, like, what can I do to get the same people inside my CD spot, to come over, like that's at the seafood spot, to, do the same thing. So then, I started going to sit with him, and then it was when he wanted to put me in the kitchen and just show me what he was doing, and I just put my own twist to it, and I just made it happen. That's all.
How many years have you been in the seafood game now?
Only 3 years.
Only 3 years?
Yeah, only 3 years.
When you started, because see, people see the glory.
Yeah.
But they don't know the story.
Right.
And when you started, you didn't start in a restaurant.
No.
Where did you start from, Jamie?
All right. I started cooking out the house. Then I started cooking inside of a utility trailer that wasn't restaurant equipped at all. Like I had no exhaust systems, no nothing inside the trailer, but I still was just making it happen. Like I went through it all. Losing like in the beginning, I had to buy so much food just to get out, and I pretty much was giving it away. That's and right. Then I had to learn the whole business, and that's the part I had to learn on my own. I had to learn the business side of it, not the cooking side. So I was losing all of the money in the beginning because I didn't know the business. I just knew I made good food. But after I really learned everything, it was a wrap after that.
It was a wrap. So now what I heard, Jamie, was this. You said the first place you started was inside of the house.
Yeah.
You started cooking out of the house and just delivering. Were you delivering or were they coming at it?
No, I was taking it to people. I was delivering to people. Yep. So I was doing that. First, I started it when I was in Orlando because I was back and forth from Orlando and Savannah. And then I took it to the country towns. I went to Vidalia and Lyons, Georgia. And I had a big following just off my Facebook there because I was doing events and stuff there. So I took it there, and the people they caught on to it fast, but it wasn't fast enough. So I did that for 6 months in that area. And then I promoted in Charlotte for 3 months while I was in the country towns.
Okay.
Promoted in Charlotte for 3 months. And my very first day of coming to Charlotte, I had over 500 people come out on Sunset Road. And it was unheard of. I knew it.
Wow. So what I'm hearing is that you started in the house.
Yep.
Then you took it to a utility trailer.
Yep.
Because you said by any means necessary, people want what I want. I have to figure out how to get it to them.
Yeah.
Many people would have said, man, I got to take it to utility utility trailer. Then I read stories when your truck would break down.
My truck caught on fire. Yeah, my truck caught on fire. And, that's why I was here in Charlotte or whatever. But I had so much things just happen on the road of me traveling back and forth, different places with my trucks. And I was wearing and tearing them down with, just doing all that hauling of the seafood. But I made it work regardless.
That's because you were dedicated.
Yes, ma'am.
You were committed and you were determined.
Yes, ma'am.
To get it done.
Yes, ma'am.
Fast forward here. So I've been here a year and a couple of months here in the Charlotte area. Mm-hmm. And when I first started coming to Seafood Connections, you were in one location.
Right.
Underneath someone else.
Right.
And then I watched how you totally revamped that entire restaurant, and you were able to take control of the restaurant because Seafood Connection was already taking control.
Yes. That came in, because I was at the church. I was selling out of a church on West Boulevard.
Okay.
And I used to have hundreds of people come there as well, wait outside of the church and everything. But then, the city didn't want me over there.
Right.
So I went to the other restaurant because they didn't have any business and they needed help. And I just needed a location because I was having a hard time getting approved to getting my own building. They didn't care about money. They cared about, credit and all that other stuff that I ain't knew nothing about. So I went to the other location and I worked with them until, I worked with them for some months or whatever. And then I saw that I was spending out more than, I was paying them more than anything. So I brought them all the way out. And that was a six-figure deal. That was a six-figure deal. And people don't understand, like, with that whole situation, I spent all that money, but it was a bad building. And I didn't want my customers to have to come to the restaurant every week and the toilets flooded and we going through all kind of issues in the back that nobody understood, and just the safety of my customers. So I had to get up out there, losing all that money, and go to the other side and got a building that's just in my name, in my, where I could do my own thing. And that's what I'm doing now. And so it's like, people don't understand, what we went through from leaving the other spot to get to this new spot. It's a lot. It's a lot that I do. And then I'm a one-man team. I have a team of good people around me, but when it comes to, I don't have investors and none of that stuff. Like, so all my losses is my losses. And it's not easy. It'll make you, if you're weak, you'll give up in this business.
I got chills, right? Because I've been a businesswoman all my life. Right. Like you, I was that concert promoter, boy. Back in the day, I would promote the baddest concerts in Florida. Right. And I've always known that I was created for more. Mm-hmm. And so even when I went to college and got the degrees that mom told me to get and all of the other things, I was still not satisfied with what I was doing because I knew that it was more.
Right.
Now, I'm listening to you because this is what I want people to get, that this road is never easy.
Right.
But you must be willing to lose along with your gains.
Yes, ma'am.
And what I heard right then was a man who was willing to risk it all in order to have it all.
Right.
Most people would have folded when you put out six figures in the restaurant. I saw the renovations and things that you did. And so I knew that wasn't a $2 deal.
Right.
And so when you did that, and then things kept, you had to close. You could only open up for takeout and things of that nature. What I love is that you did not, because you could have just shut down until you got everything together.
Right.
But because you care for your customers, and you have faithful customers who are there every weekend.
Right.
You got two in this household that think that they supposed to live in Seafood Connections and they don't have a job. And I hear people, somebody's asking right now, I need them recipes. If we tell you, he got to take you out. Somebody got to take you out if he tell you. So you can't get those recipes. You're just going to have to come back to Charlotte in order to get you some more. Hey, Hollis Johnson, my brother from the Seaport, how are you? I can't wait till they hear you, Brother Hollis, in a couple of weeks. But I heard that you would risk it all in order to have it all. And fast forward to your location where you are now. What I want people to understand is this. Losing six figures is never easy. But when you have a vision and a dream, it's worth it because you understand that you can go back the same way you made that six figures then. Once you know how to make six figures, you can always make it again, over and over and over again.
Right.
What is your definition, Jamie, of purpose? Because everything I do is about purpose. So what is your definition of purpose?
My definition of purpose really just to inspire the next generation, and I'm doing it and I'm leading by example.
That's right.
I'm leading by example. That's my definition.
That's right. And you are because this is what I want. Someone with a young man with brown skin to see and look and say, my beginnings may not have been easy. I wasn't born and raised with a silver spoon in my mouth. But I saw a brother named Jamie Walker on a Zoom that he did 3, 4, 5 years ago with Martha Cooper-Hudson. And I saw my story in that brother. And I am going to do what I need to do in order to get it done. I thank you for being that role model, because we need more role models on this earth. Oh my, okay, did I cut off? Okay, I'm sorry. My screen went blank. We need more brothers on this earth that's willing to share and be that role model. Let me ask you, what's your reason why you work so hard to bring forth what you have brought on this planet? What is your reasons why? What's your number one why, Jamie?
My reason or ask me one more time.
What's your reason why? Why are you working so hard in this day and time, building this legacy? Why are you doing that?
I do it, I have to be able to take care of my family and my kids and everybody that's around me. Like, I just feel like, I was meant to make a change in everybody's life that's close to me. And I feel like I'm doing that. I have over 50 employees that I take care of right now. So you got to think about, like, with me coming from where I'm coming from, and it was just me and my son at first, my 14-year-old son at the time. Now it's me and 50 other people. Like, I'm able to help people take care of their families. It's not just about me. It's not selfish at all.
Wow. And you're truly not. And that is something that I want someone to get, that you're not a selfish individual, and that you are feeding 50 families, something that most people won't even feed 1 or 2, because you know why? Because they're sitting on their dreams, they're sitting on their goals, and they think that their dreams and goals are about them. And it's not. It is about the people who are connected to what God has given you to bring forth to this world. I am going to cry because I just realized that I was not recording this, but that's all right. So with that being said, Jamie, and with you being able to do what you have done, can you share with us, and I want you to be transparent and real. We know you've lost 6 figures, but I want you to share with us, what sacrifices did you have to make in order for you to boss up in this way?
Shoot, I had to leave my kids. I had to leave my kids in a whole nother state, come to a city where I ain't really had nobody. So it's like I was just starting over. So me leaving my kids and my family, that was the biggest sacrifice. And with me just pretty much changing my life at the same time and giving one thing a shot that I'm really believing in, that's my sacrifices.
Wow. So you had to, but you were willing to sacrifice what you had. I tell people every day, I tell my business clients when I'm dealing with them, because see, I am the one that will give you a checkup from the neck up. And when I'm dealing with them, and I say to them, if your sacrifices do not make you cry and bring you to your knees, then they're just a temporary inconvenience.
Most definitely.
And so you were willing to sacrifice removing yourselves from your sons, who need that male model in their lives, so that you can create a legacy. And now you're blessing not only their lives, but you're blessing 50 other lives. Yes. That is so commendable that you've done that. Tell me about your toughest moments, Jamie. What has been, outside of leaving your kids, losing those 6 figures that you did in your other location? What has been your toughest moments you have experienced in business?
My toughest moment really is giving people a chance, like me coming to this city and giving people chances that weren't meant to be around me, but I still gave chances to, and it bit me in my ass at the end of the day. That was my toughest thing, like believing in people and not going with my first mind, and it really hurt me in some kind of ways.
Absolutely. So you've had to put your big boy boxers on,
and
toughen up and really understand that everybody can't go with you where you're going.
Yeah.
And not people that's around you. Some of them are just tolerating you. They're not celebrating you.
Yeah.
And so when you started to share your big dreams with small-minded individuals, they couldn't get it.
Right.
Because they wanted you to stay right where you were and not advance and up level not only your mind, but up level your business so that you can up level the lives around you.
Yep.
Answer this question for me. Where did you get that entrepreneurial spirit from? Now, was your mom an entrepreneur? Was your dad an entrepreneur? Where did you get that entrepreneurial spirit from?
You know, my mama, she motivated me. You know, she had a daycare. Well, she still have a daycare for 20 years or whatever. But with me, I always wanted to have my own. So I always was a risk taker. I always did everything to be able to do my own without having to ask other people to help me out or do anything for me. And that's what it is with me. And I'm still that way.
So as a successful business owner, what habits and mindset changes help make you successful? Because so you couldn't go in and be successful where you were. You had to change this thing up here called your mind, and you had to change some habits in you. So what habits and mindset changes did Jamie have to make in order to up level his game?
Honestly, there ain't no habits. Like, my thing is, I can't, like you just said just a minute ago, I can't take everybody with me. Like, my thing was always making sure everybody around me is good. But that hurt me. That hurt me all the time being that type person. That hurts me more than anything. So that's what it is with me.
So you had to learn that everybody can't go with you.
Yes. Yes.
And so before I move to this next question, I want you all to get this, because there's some of you out there that's in business. There's some of you out there thinking that you can take your homegirls that you've been with for the last 30 years with you. Everyone has a season and a reason in your life. And when their season is over, you have to be okay with releasing them and letting them go. They are like the people in your lives. Some are there forever, but some are there are only for a reason and a season. And they are like an elevator. Just like an elevator go up to a floor and people get on and people get off. This is the same way that your life has to be. And you have to truly understand that everybody can't stand and take the air at the altitude that God is taking you. So where you are going, everybody can't go there with you, Jamie. And I know that it hurt you because you lost some good people. You lost some people that you thought probably would be in your life forever.
Right.
You had some disappointments and some heartbreaks.
Yes.
But you didn't quit.
No, never.
You just kept moving.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and we know that you dealt with your failures in many of ways. But what was one of the best lessons that you've learned from your failures in life and in business?
Just never giving up.
Never giving up.
Never giving up. Failure is not an option. Like, never giving up. Never.
You said a mouthful.
Yes.
Failure is not an option.
Yeah.
And being average is never an option.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you either gonna go hard or you're gonna stay home.
Yes,
or you're not gonna give it at all. So I believe in going hard or doing nothing at all. And so I can appreciate. Someone said, I truly appreciate your tenacity. They said that he is one humble man. Vaughn says he's the greatest. You the greatest. You the GOAT. You the greatest of all times, Doc. in Vaughn's eyes. And so people and they're like, oh my goodness, I appreciate his humbleness and being able to share. Someone said we need great men like him for our young men can actually see what's really transpiring. And we know that everybody don't have to have MD, BS, MS behind their name to do something great on this planet. Because where you are, you're like Lil Duval right now. You know, that's my number one jam right there. You know, I was jamming before I got on because I'm living my best life, Jamie. Right. And I know that you are living your best life, but you haven't even reached
Yeah.
Deliver. Eyes have not seen.
Yeah, most definitely.
Nor ears have not heard, nor has it entered into the heart of man what God has for Jamie Walker. What do you see in the next 6 months or 12 months that's going to blow them away without giving it all away, that's going to blow your customers away? How do you feel as if you were going to take Seafood Connections even to a higher level?
Opening up more locations and getting professional help, to structure everything. Like it's going to change everything. I have a lot in the works that we're working on right now behind the scenes to make it more easier and more professional, and just to keep the people coming back, just so they can have an experience. So I have a lot in the making, but I will be the biggest seafood restaurant in North Carolina within the next year.
Yes, you will. I truly believe that. Just call me, let me know if I need to bring my logistical team in to work this thing out behind the scenes for you, my brother. We will definitely do that. How do you find success?
Well, it's three simple things with me. It's focus, it's work, and it's long hours. And there's no giving up. Again, like I said, it's no giving up. It's no giving up. And you have to pray. Prayer is everything. Like, people don't understand. Like, I could go back again. People understand where I came from before I got here. The mentality that I had before I got here. Like I told you again, I almost gave up, but I had too much to live for. But the mentality that I have right now, ain't nobody could stop what I have going on. So when I look at all the negative comments and all that other stuff on all my social media platforms, it don't bother me like that. I just be trying to fix the situation, but they don't understand. Like, they don't understand what I go through, what I still go through till this day, and went through to get where I'm at. So there's no stopping me. There's no stopping me.
And what I want people to truly understand, that when God puts you on, man can't take you off. Yeah. So no matter what they try to do, they can't stop where God is taking you. What I also know is that when you hear people complaining and saying negative things about you, they're only saying that because they see something in you that they wish they could possess, and they don't have that at that moment. And so they don't know what it takes to be a boss. Yep. Because people think being a boss is easy. They think, I tell people, I make being a boss look good until my husband come home and I have to put my head in his shoulders because things was rough and things were hard. And people don't need to see that about you. Only the people who have your back 100%, who that's going to be there, that can care 2 cents whether or not Jamie had Seafood Connections, because they're going to love you irregardless.
Yes.
Those people are the ones that need to see that vulnerability. Outside of that, no one else needs to see that. And I need for the business owners out there who really, truly are out there on this live right now to understand that you don't need validation from man, because validation is for parking. It's not for man. So therefore, we don't need someone to validate to say that you are doing something great, because you know exactly what you're doing, and you know where you've come from, and you know that you haven't even reached where it is that you are going. So my brother, tell me, what is your greatest fear, Jamie? What is your greatest fear?
My greatest fear is failure. Failure. Like, I think for a man, that's a man's worst fear, like failure. And me not being able to take care of my family is the worst thing. And like I said, I've been there before, and it changed me all the way. So me failing again would never happen. Never happen. I'm gonna do any and everything to make sure I stay on point.
And I like that, because when I speak all over this country, Jamie, I always talk about failures, because Warren Buffett once said that he would never invest in any man if they've never failed. Right. And we know Warren Buffett being one of the most wealthiest individuals on this planet. And I like to tell business owners, and people who are sitting on their dreams and goals because they are afraid to fail. I look at failure as my seasonings to my success. So it's like Lowry's seasoning salt. You know, I just sprinkle it all over that success because it's because of those failures. It's because of those nights that I didn't know where I was going to eat from. When that job, people say, Martha, why do you go so hard? And does it take all of that for you to be successful? And I said, until you don't know where your meal is coming from,
yep,
until you have relied on that just over broke called a job. And I tell people, there's nothing wrong with the job, but there's everything wrong with just having a job. Mm-hmm. But until that job comes in and say to you, we no longer need your services, and instantly $85,000 is taken out of your household, and you know that that's where your family is, that's your bread and butter. You don't understand until you sleeping in cars. People say, why do people go so hard? Because you wasn't there when they didn't have a place to stay, and right. They slept in their cars, right. And they traveled all night and did what they needed to do in order to get there. What would you say to an individual, Jamie, that's right now trying to figure out, should I do it? I have a dream. I have something on the inside of me. There's 10 other businesses that's doing the same thing, because there's seafood restaurants all over the place.
Right.
But you created your blue ocean. You
right.
put your own stamp on things.
Right.
There is no other like you. What would you tell an individual who's sitting there wondering, should I go after my dreams? Should I go after my goals?
I'm going to tell them, just do it. Just do it. And like I said, it's no giving up. Like if you got a passion for whatever you're doing and that's your goals and your dreams, do it. It don't matter if everybody doing the same thing. You have to do something to make you stand out. As long as you're going to put your all into it, do it. If you ain't going to put your all into it, don't play around with it. Keep your regular day job. Straight
Absolutely.
Up. Yeah.
We have too many people out there treating their businesses like a hobby.
Yep.
And they're paying them like a hobby.
Real
we need people to be serious about their business and what God has given them to birth and bring forth in this world. And you know, when I think, and I hope I see a whole bunch of my clients out there watching and listening. And the reason I started this Bossed Up series, because I needed for them to hear not from Martha every time they talk. I needed them to hear from other people who got in there, who had the grit to get it done, who was willing to get their elbows dirty, who was willing to lose sleep, lose money, lose time, and sacrifice everything in order for them to be where it is that they are today. I needed them to be able to hear from you and from others that they've heard from over time. What would you say, Jamie, are two things that creates your winning formula for success? Because every entrepreneur has a winning formula.
Well, mine is consistency and determined to never go broke again. That's my formula. That's my formula. As simple as that. I keep the same mentality I had before I was selling food into what I'm doing now. Like what I had back in the day, I have the same mentality as I have now. So I feel like me growing up the way I grew up, it keeps me solid in ways that other people who didn't grow up like me, you know, it keeps me more solid than they would be. Absolutely.
Someone said, Joseph said, stop crying, LOL. You know, and they thank you, man of God, for being real.
Yeah.
Here's what I tell people all the time. It's so much fluff out there.
Yeah.
I sit back and I laugh because people really allow other people to tell a vision about them and what's going on. Yeah. And if they only knew behind the scenes that they really not driving that Rolls Royce Wraith, but they went to the dealership and actually sat in it and took pictures, and you really think that they're living their best life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I tell people, that it's not all about material things
Right.
that you have that creates your success.
Right.
It's about the 50 lives and the 50 families that you're impacting in your restaurant every day.
That's all it's about.
And that's all it's about. It's about those clients, those customers that come there and return over and over and over every weekend. It's about me getting a text message saying, girl, I'm at Seafood Connection.
Yeah.
I drove all the way from Clover, South Carolina to come have some food. And she says, and they are not seating inside anymore because it was like 7 something in the evening and you guys were already at your capacity.
Right, right.
She texted me back and she said, honey, we did just what Black folks would do.
Yeah.
We got our food out that restaurant. We put plastic bags all over our car and it's not a drop left inside of this car. And it was 4 of us.
Most definitely.
And she said, honey, he has the best thing going on. Jamie, you got something so powerful.
Right.
You have a business that many wish they had. Hey, Brian Hawkins, real brother. He's a real brother. Brian gives you 2 thumbs up all the way out of Virginia. Yolanda said yes, indeed, because that was her I was talking about. That called me the other day. Who is one entrepreneur that's out there in this world that you find is your greatest example and inspiration?
Her name is Dot. She owned a restaurant in Savannah called Marhana's. Like she came to, like she's the person who I really learned everything from. Like my cousin at Davis or whatever, he taught me the game, but I actually learned a lot of cooking from her without her even showing me. Like I just sat and observed and I just took notes and I just watched how she moved. But like I said, she have the best restaurant. She's the best chef in the whole Savannah, but she motivated me more than anybody that I ever met to do, what I'm doing now.
And she came to your restaurant just recently because I saw you post a picture.
Let me tell you, it was so touching to me, but nobody will understand, what it meant for me, for her to see what I grew into, from some years ago when she last seen me come in her restaurant. Mm-hmm. So she didn't know my restaurant was as big as it was. Like she have a small restaurant, like
right.
My restaurant probably 5 times her size.
Absolutely.
For her to see
like
that, I grew so big. I grew so big, and for her to see it, with her seeing it, it's equivalent to my mama seeing what I did. And with her coming, that just did it for me. So I don't have nothing else to prove out here.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome to know that not only what you're doing is making others very proud of you, but they are living and able to see it. That's a whole nother thing. Listen, someone said, okay, Brian, his website is seafoodconnections.com.
Seafoodconnectionsclt.com.
Oh, seafoodconnectionsclt.com. Seafoodconnectionsclt.com. Someone wants to know, can they donate? Because they want to know, do you have a Cash App? Because
I don't need no donations right now. I don't need no donations at all.
He said, what you can do, my brother, is come on down from Virginia.
That's all.
And let the sauce get you one time.
That's all. Just come support the restaurant. That's all.
Just come down, Brian. We'll let you in Charlotte. Come down, support the restaurant, and really, because once you have it one time, it's something in the sauce. It's just like the nicotine era, but not to a negative point.
Right.
Because they say once you have one, you just want it more and more. Honey, once you have that one crab leg and those jumbo shrimp that's almost tiger prawns, and you have the potatoes and the corn and the crab rice.
Yeah.
And the seafood salad. Okay, I can go on and on, Lord, because I've had all of that and then some.
Yeah.
But once you've had that, it is absolutely amazing. And you can never, ever not think about what it is. So, Jamie, let me ask you, if you could talk to one person in time that's no longer here, if you could talk to some great soul that's no longer here, who would that be and why?
It'll be probably Martin Luther King. Just wondering how he survived in that era doing what he was doing. Like just wondering what his mentality was when he went home every day and woke up. Like to keep doing the same thing every day and going through what he was going through, it'll probably just be him.
Wow. Wow, that would definitely be an awesome conversation. And Brian, yes, his crabs are better. They put the Maryland crabs to shame.
Yep.
Yes, Maryland blue crabs, you won't go back. I'm telling you. I promise you that. Trust me, your homegirl, I know good seafood. It will. I have never, and I've had great seafood growing up on the East Coast. I have never had seafood the way that I've had. Does he ship? Oh, he working on it. Did you master that?
Yeah, I got it, but I have it really up and running within the next 2-3 weeks.
Francis, all the way out of Detroit. Francis says, does he ship? He will be able to ship, cuz in the next 3 to 4 weeks, give him a month to perfect it. And you will be able to order your food and he will ship it to you right to your doorstep. Oh my goodness gracious. Lord, can I ship to Valentine? Okay. But with that, he will be able to ship here very, very soon. How can they follow you, Jamie?
My Instagram is Seafood Connection Charlotte, all one word. And my Facebook group is Seafood Connection Charlotte. My business page is Seafood Connection Charlotte. Like everything is Seafood Connection Charlotte. And my website is seafoodconnectionclt.com.
Everything is Seafood Connection Charlotte. Yep. And the website, as I said before, is seafoodconnectionclt.com. Yep. Make sure that you stay with him. Now, guys, we're going to take a couple of questions from you all. So if you have questions right now that you want to ask Jamie, go ahead and type them in and I will ask him those questions. If you have any questions that you want answered, go ahead and type it in. Now, Jamie, Seafood Connections is open Wednesday through Sunday. Am I correct?
Thursday through Sunday. You know, we working on Wednesday or whatever, but we trying to make sure the city gonna come out for it. But right now it's Thursday through Sunday.
Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah.
And then you have a Sunday's brunch. Am I correct?
We have brunch on Sunday. Like we have the best brunch, and we about to make it even bigger. But we have brunch on Sunday, and like I said, Thursday through Sunday. But we're gonna do brunch on Saturday as well soon.
Absolutely, absolutely. Somebody said Brian said he's about to put you out there, Jamie. So are you gonna tell all of your G4 classified men and women to come on down to Charlotte? Bring the force down with you, Brian. Bring the force down with you. He's actually from my hometown of Fort Pierce, but he lives in Virginia.
Got you. And I'm trying to put together another Blue Crab Festival. I'm trying to put that together hopefully sometime in the later part of November. But we supposed to did it last year, but this time here we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be big.
So Brian, you can come down to the Blue Crab Festival. Yes, they cater. Can you cater my 49th birthday?
Yes.
Your 50th. Okay, Tina, you so cute. Stop that. So yes, he can cater your 50th birthday. Listen, if this man can take care of the whole Panthers organization.
Yeah.
If he a couple of weeks ago he had AI up in there. I saw Allen Iverson up in there.
Yeah.
I looked on and you had was it Andre Harrell okay, you had Andre Harrell.
We have a lot of celebrities come through. Sometimes we just take it to them, we deliver it to them. They might not have pictures, but we served a lot of different celebrities. But my focus be more on the regular customers because that will keep me alive, you know?
That's exactly right. And those are the ones that keep coming over and over and over and over and over again. Brian, my bag. Brian said he lives in Maryland. Stop saying Virginia. So he's in Maryland. Same thing. Maryland, Virginia. Same thing. But so you have attracted, and let's go there for just a second. You've attracted celebrities from all over.
Yeah.
And they've seen that from your, let's see, your Instagram, you have what? 100,000 followers?
No, I ain't know yet. I thought I'm at 60. I'm at about 65,000.
65,000.
We're
gonna break that tonight.
Yeah.
So go over to Seafood Connection Charlotte.
Yep.
And make sure you following him on his social media platform. Let's get Jamie to 100,000 followers, because the more who know about it, the better off we will be. They said, can we get them? Can they get the Gator Bites back?
Yeah, they can get them back. Ain't no problem. They could get them back.
Jamie says the Gators can come back. I have some friends down in Florida that have gators sitting in their backyard. And if you want, we can have them caught and we can bring it right to the restaurant if that's what you need. Do you mentor young men who aspire to start a business?
I will.
He will.
Like, I'm trying to put something together for me to go back to Savannah and go back to the projects I grew up in, and, you know, do something for those kids who, you know, need mentoring and all that. And I want to get a bus to bring all the kids up here just so they can see what somebody like me did. You know, I come up the same way they came up. That's right. For what I'm doing now. Well,
I got a solution for that. Mr. Hollis Johnson, I see you watching. And Jamie just put something out there that I think will be absolutely amazing. Mr. Hollis Johnson is going to be one of my guests October 29th.
Okay.
He owns the largest transportation company, limousine, buses, all of the above. He owns the largest transportation company in all of Savannah, Georgia. I'm going to put it out there. It'll be soon in all of Georgia, period.
I got you.
He mentors a group of males. Him and his organization go into the middle schools and they mentor a group of males there in Savannah, Georgia, that's impacting the lives of so many people. Hollis, I want you to connect with Jamie so that you can bust those boys, those very boys that you are keeping off of the streets and showing them a Hollis gets your information.
Okay.
Because you guys need to be connected for sure. From the same city, being connected. Let's see.
I got you.
Dig says hello.
What's up? What's up?
Someone, baby girl, wants the devil crabs back. And so Tina, I will give you the information so that you can get your birthday party catered. Just make sure I'm there. That's all I'm saying. Just make sure that I'm there. Now, 2 questions and we're going to let you go for the evening. I tell you what. One, let's talk about your amazing, your support team. Because we know that in order for someone to go and do the things that they've done, you got to have an amazing support team behind you. What would you like to say to your support team that's ride or die, that is there every step of the way, that have seen sides of Jamie that no one else has seen? What would you like to tell in your words?
Your phone broke up. Say it again.
Okay. What would you like to share? What would you like to tell that support team, those people who've supported you in every step of the way? What would you like to share with them and tell them from your heart?
I just want to tell them I really appreciate them. Thank them from the bottom of my heart. And I love all of them that I know that's genuine and loyal to me and my situation. And, you know, just don't give up on me. You know, we going up from here.
Absolutely.
And they all of them know who it is. I got a real support team. I have a real support team. Like I have people that bust their butts every day for me for the past 2 years here in Charlotte. And I really ride for all of them because I know they rocking with me. But I love my team. I love my team.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And someone asked, Diane Young from Charlotte says, how far in advance can you make reservations?
Right now, we so busy right now. We can't make no reservations. We can't. It's too busy right now. But we trying to open up that window though.
Diane, so you got that.
Yeah.
Diane, the greatest time to go is when they first open.
Yeah.
Get there when they first open, or by 3 p.m. during the week. But on the weekends, hey, they are nonstop all day long.
Right.
Yashika says she love you too. and you're absolutely right. Behind every great man is an awesome and amazing woman. I think my husband would agree with that. So let's see. I love you, cuz. Proud of you. Edward Wiggins says, I love you, cuz. Proud of you. Keep winning. The Wiggins family.
Most deaf.
Yes, he have a private party room for VIPs. Yes, he does. Brian, you gonna treat me and my family? I will be a part of the VIP. Yes, he does. And give me two things that people don't know about you. Give me two things that they don't know about you, but they will be surprised to find out.
That I like to laugh. And everybody think I'm so serious, but I like to laugh. And I used to be on the jump rope team.
Did you double dutch, boy? Did you double dutch?
Did it all.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So that's the two things.
That's what I'm talking about. Laughter is great for the soul. Yeah. And we always have to laugh. Jamie is a big teddy bear. Yep. You know, he's not all business. All business and no play makes Jamie a very dull boy. So he gets some playtime in, and he enjoys himself. Yeah. And Jamie, if there were three parting things you would like to leave them with, what would that be, my brother?
I don't know. Ask me one more time. Ask me that one more time.
If there were three things, Brian, seriously, he really does. Oh, somebody put out there, your sister put out there that you used to break dance.
I got her.
So give me three parting things that a person can take from you today as it pertains to them moving forward in their dreams. Give me three things that you would like to leave the audience with.
All I can say is don't ever give up. If you find your passion or something that you really love doing, and just don't never give up. Don't never give up. I think that's my only thing is don't never give up, because it comes from another place from me saying it. Like, just don't never give up and be consistent at whatever you do. That's all.
Yes, and humbleness. He is very, very.
Oh, most definitely. On the camera and off the camera. I don't like attention. Like, I don't do this for show. Everything with me is from the heart. Like, people understand. Like, I do a lot for the community. You know, people don't know half of what I do. Sometimes I might be out in the city and be in Walmart, and I see 5 rows of families that's buying stuff. I go pay for all their groceries. I feed the homeless on the regular. Me and my team do that. Like, I haven't paid my customers' rent and mortgages, but I done did that before, and I want to get back to doing that kind of stuff. Like, I do a lot for the city, and I don't have to be acknowledged. I want people to just be all right out here. That's all.
You know, and I love that, because so many times, which tells me, Jamie, that you do it straight from your heart.
All day.
I've watched you all feed the homeless. Yeah. I've donated to that because that just touches my heart. I watched you just drag buggies of school supplies out of Walmart.
All that.
For the kids.
All that.
And there doesn't have to be any cameras around, any newspapers around, because you are going to do what you are supposed to do so that you can impact the lives.
Yes, ma'am.
My brother, your blessings are coming because God keeps expanding and giving you more money to be able to do more things, to be able to pay the rent of your employees or mortgages, and to bless the children, and then to start a Seafood Connection scholarship fund. I'm gonna throw that out there for anyone that wants to go to culinary school, you know, who want to do the things that you've done. I don't think you are. I think this is probably one of my realest interviews thus far, and I've had millionaires on these last 3 weeks. But I knew that this was going to be my most candid and my most real interview that I've done thus far. Why? Because I knew your heart without knowing all of your heart.
Yeah.
And I knew that I wanted people to be able to hear from you here in the Queen City, a man that's making a difference, not with his tongue in his mouth and his tongue in his shoes are matching in action.
Right.
He's saying one thing and doing a total another. Right. And I thank you for that. Right. And we said, Tamika says he has a very big heart and he loves people.
Yeah.
Rosalind wants to know what you do in secret, God will reward openly. Yes, he will. I'm trying to speak it, girl. I'm speaking it. Yashika says, I'm so proud of you. Don't ever give up. We are out here rooting for you. You have cheerleaders all over the place. And you have one down here in South Charlotte that just be rooting and cheering, you know, as if we're out there on the football field. My brother, I so appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
You're not a man that's looking for acknowledgement.
No.
But you said yes to a little old girl from Fort Pierce, Florida.
Most definitely.
Who's out there impacting the lives of so many people. And I know that there's someone that's watching us tonight, Jamie, who's ready to make a difference in their lives and in their business. And you truly understand that where you are right now, you can't stay there. And you must do something different in order to get it done. Yes. Here's what I'm challenging you, because I don't have to toot my own horn. What God gave me inside is that dream and that vision to make sure that I am able to birth visions and dreams and help you monetize your mission on this planet. So if that is you, I am asking that you go over to Book Time with Martha. That's booktimewithmartha.com and schedule a session with me so that we can really talk about your dreams and goals and where you can go from there with it. Yashika, thank you. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. There, a lot of people need to hear his story, and I know that this was bringing you out of your comfort zone. But that uncomfortability is getting ready to take this to a whole nother level one more time. Yeah. And my brother, I am going to touch and agree with you that Seafood Connections will be the largest and the most powerful seafood restaurant in all of North Carolina, and soon in all of the world. You will have more franchises throughout these places. Yeah. People are going to beg you to franchise, to buy that name, Seafood Connection, for their restaurant. My brother, get ready, because the increase is on its way.
Oh, yeah.
And God honors an humble heart. And so, my brother, I thank you for that. And I thank each and every person who was out there this evening listening. Make sure you share this. Make sure you share this on your social media, because everyone needs to really hear what really has transpired. So I thank all of you out there. You guys, I thank you, my brother Jamie. I'll see you very, very soon.
Right.
Keep pounding, keep pounding, my brother, and impacting the lives out there. So I love you, my brother. You have a great evening.
Hold it down, all right?
I'm going to keep holding it down, and I'm going to keep grooming business. It's time for people to boss up. It's time for them to stop playing.
All right.
And I know that God placed me here in Charlotte for a reason. Charlotte was not on my radar.
Same here.
For me to be here, I know that there's greater out there for me to do here in this Queen City. So guys, be blessed, and we will talk to you later. Have a great one, Jamie.
Have a good one.
All right then, my brother. Be blessed.